The only reason I invited Hassen Adams here this evening was for a box of Krispy Kreme donuts, but did he bring them? No, he didn't. He says they're in the post. Mark Barnes, you've got a big job on your hands. Global Doughnut Company and coffee retailer Krispy Kreme opened in Joburg in November, and now Grand Parade Investments recently announced its own sweet deal with Dunkin Donuts and Baskin-Robbins. Dunkin Donuts, of course, will be the competitor, and Hassen Adams won't buy the competitor's product. This is The Moneymakers. I'm Bruce Whitfield. Tonight, I'm joined by Hassen Adams, who's the chairman of Grand Parade Investments, to talk about fast food, sugar, and whether or not the sweet tooth is going to rub off on South Africa. Now, you told us the story when you brought Burger King to South Africa, that it was all as a result of a chance meeting at the horse races that Burger King came to South Africa. Where were you this time that Krispy Kreme and Baskin-Robbins fell into your lap?
Look, it's not Krispy Kreme's, it's Dunkin Donuts.
I beg your pardon. There we go. You see, one donut looks the same to me. Forgive me.
They're not the same, though. That's why I chose Dunkin Donuts. You know, we did a huge research on premier brands, and Dunkin Donuts has been threatening to come into South Africa, and they were looking for the right operator with the right resources and the right capabilities. And after Burger King, we look like champions, you know. So they approached us. They flew down their president and vice president and the president of Baskin-Robbins, and we really got on like a house on fire. I mean, we were quite honest to them. We said, this is South Africa. We're being punished because of the exchange rate, so let's talk Turkey right from the beginning. And they came to the party big time. You know, we signed an agreement, well, within 6 months. And it's very exciting. And the reason why I say we chose Dunkin Donuts, it's slightly different to Krispy Kreme, you know, where Dunkin Donuts is an extruded product which we can do from a central kitchen, and it's far more economical to do that than to put all the machinery in each shop, you know. And it's not a yeast-based type of donut, so it lasts longer, it doesn't give you heartburn, all of that stuff. But nevertheless, I'm not saying Krispy Kreme gives you heartburn. Krispy Kreme is also a nice product. I enjoy it when I'm overseas too. But Dunkin Donuts is something special. It's got a history. It's the most popular donut franchise in the world. And you know, Dunkin Donuts is not only about donuts, it's about coffee. It's the biggest seller of coffee in the United States, but bigger than Starbucks.
But that's the point. And the coffee culture is growing rapidly in South Africa, and we're seeing the price of what they call premium coffee rising all the time. 25 and 30 bucks for a cup of coffee. It's getting crazy, whereas the Dunkin Donuts theme is affordability.
Absolutely.
Which is the point. And this is a good market for that.
Yeah, we've negotiated a good deal on the coffee. It's going to be cheaper than most of the brands that you see here. But cheaper doesn't mean that we're going to sacrifice quality. You know, my attitude, that's why we went for Burger King, is that quality ranks first. And that's what we're doing. We're looking for premier brands all over the world to showcase within our Grand Foods portfolio. So what I'm saying to you is watch out for Grand Foods, because that's the future. You know, we're going to be looking at bringing in brands there that really talks internationally to South Africa, from an international point of view to South Africa.
Well, when you're talking with a global franchisor of the likes of Dunkin Donuts and Baskin-Robbins, they come from the same stable, you've got to be talking in US dollar terms. Now, with the currency as weak as it is, how do you structure a deal that allows you to make a profit and make it worth their while to provide the support you need here to take global brands local?
Okay, let me just say to you, firstly, you know, when I brought in Burger King, you know, they said, how are you going to do this? You know, because Burger King is such a finicky type of product, everything has to be imported. Well, that was so at the beginning. You know, we imported the patties and
even the flour-coated chips had to come from Belgium.
Everything. Yeah. Now we are 97% local. Created 2,500 jobs in this country out of nothing. And quite frankly, we want to do the same with Dunkin Donuts and with Baskin-Robbins. They see South Africa as the gateway to Africa. So, you know, it's their only way into Africa, by finding a partner that can give them stability and capability. And that's what we're all about. You know, we want to invest in South Africa in such a way that we create employability, not employment. We want to create careers, opportunities, and that's what we've done with Burger King. And quite frankly, when people say to me, how are you going to manage this with this rand? I'm saying we've already done a deal, and I'm not telling you what it's all about. And it's for the next year to 2 years, we will get a special rate, and hopefully then, you know, the rand will improve. And if it doesn't improve, we will be localized. So really, I'm not worried about it. I say to everybody, all entrepreneurs out there, during times of adversity, opportunity will always pop its head. And that's what's made me who I am today, you know. I take and grab an opportunity and turn it into something real. I don't believe in all these effervescent experiences, you know. I mean, some of my shareholders said to me, Hassen, what's happening to the stock? I said, we don't look at stock. We're not a paper company, we're a product company, you know. We pay dividends every year, and next month you'll get another dividend with an increase. So you show me a company that can do that, you know. And that's what I'm all about. I'm an entrepreneur that I don't deal in effervescent experiences.
I mean, one looks at some of the South Africa's bellwether companies, and at the time that they were started, and I always like to quote Brian Joffe immediately, it was just after the Rubicon speech in 1985, Brian Joffe launches Bidvest in 1987. Adrian Gore, as we're coming up to 1994 and people are disinvesting and emigrating and leaving the country, he comes up with this idea for medical insurance because he can see a future where South Africans need medical insurance, and there's about that capacity and the ability in South Africa to take the 10 and 20-year view, which a lot of people are too scared to take.
Look, can I just say, you know, and I want to talk about my competitors, because Henry Ford says, you know, you must never look at your competitors. You must worry when they don't look at you. Now, I say about McDonald's, they've been here for 20 years. They've opened 200 stores. We will have 100 Burger King stores by the end of this year. And this is in 3 years. So, you know what, even the international Burger King guys, it's impossible. We've done it. South Africa has the people and the ability to deliver things very quickly.
So you've got how many Burger King stores now?
We have right now, by the end of February, we'll have 70 stores. We have 65
so another
right
30
now.
to roll out this year.
Yeah.
At what point do you reach saturation though, Burger King saturation?
Okay, what we've said is that when we reach 100 stores, by the time we reach there, I would have gone back to store number 1 and upgrade them, revamp them, so that, you know what, we maintain the quality. I've learned from Sun International, if you want to have a quality product, you have to maintain the product all the time. And you know, you won't find a Sun International guy leaving a piece of paper on the ground at the hotel. And that's the culture that we're introducing into Burger King. We'll introduce the same culture into Dunkin Donuts and Baskin-Robbins. And it's a great fit, because in some of our Burger King outlets, we can put a Dunkin Donut as a breakfast offering and as a dessert offering. And Baskin-Robbins is the best premium ice cream in the world. It sells more ice cream than any. It's the largest chain, 700.
Is it bigger than Ben & Jerry's?
Well, I can tell you right now, it's in 7,500 locations in 50 countries. We can give you a different flavor for each day of the month, 31 different flavors, and that will be in the country very soon.
I might never want to eat ice cream again. Now, give me a sense then of the rollout rates that you've got planned for Dunkin Donuts, because Dunkin Donuts theoretically can have a far higher density than a Burger King can.
And it's much easier to roll out. We've got the manufacturing capabilities through Mac Brothers. We can roll out these stores at far less than anybody else can roll them out. And it's much easier than Burger King, because you know what, there's no deep freeze requirements, there's no extraction requirements. So we can roll them out. We can actually fit them in our big Burger King environment. So that's what we're going to do. We're looking at about 250 stores. That's the requirement over 10 years. We'll easily achieve that, and about 17 Baskin-Robbins over 10 years too. And that's easily required. The nice thing about Baskin-Robbins is we are allowed to now sell Baskin-Robbins the moment it's in the country to the retail market.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because is there a leverage opportunity? Because as you see, for example, if you go and travel in the United States or the United Kingdom, you'll find Starbucks coffee on the shelves, you'll find the frappes in the bottles. It's pointless putting stuff in stores. You want the home experience as well. You want people to be taking that experience.
Look, I mean, when you look at this whole Grand Foods concept, we want to deliver premium products to the customer, whether it's in the shop or whether it's in their homes or whether it's on the beach. You know, so we're developing new innovative concepts to serve the African market. And I say the African market because very soon, once we reach 100 stores, we would know how to do Burger King. we would know where Dunkin Donuts is, we'll go into Africa. That's a done deal. We've done a deal with Dunkin Donuts and Baskin-Robbins for all the SADC countries. So you know what, for me, people say, how are you going to do it? Exchange, I will do it, you know, I've proven that. And also, it's not about that, you know, we are in the business of creativity. And creativity in food means not about just the product, it's about the people. You know, I say it's not about the burger. If you see what we've achieved now in terms of the vertical integration, we've created 2,500 jobs.
Now, it's 2,500 jobs with 70 outlets.
Yeah.
So can we say proportionally there'll be another 500 jobs?
Absolutely.
By year end. So it's 3,000 jobs in Burger King. Dunkin Donuts won't have the same level of staffing requirement.
We would like to believe that within the next 3 years or so, we will be having 5,000 people employed by us.
Now,
easily.
Again, the franchise opportunities, because a lot of people want franchises, but Burger King, the franchises have been available. Are you franchising Dunkin Donuts? Are you franchising
in Burger King, we haven't franchised anything yet.
Not?
A reason for that.
I spoke to a guy who was going to have a meeting with you, and he was very excited. Okay.
No, look, we've said that until we reach 100 stores, that's when we will start to franchise out. The only franchise stores we have is with Sasol, because Sasol has their franchisees, but we control all the operations from a customer service based point of view. And the reason for that is that we want to maintain the quality and the service excellence. Now, in the case of Burger King, that is paramount. You know, we need people to feel that they're buying from somebody who's good to them too. You know, that experience, I've done that with Grand West. When you walk into the Grand West Casino, they'll say, you have a grand day. And they give you that experience of, you know, quality service. We have now achieved that with Burger King. So by December, we will be sending out all sorts of opportunities for people to franchise, and the same thing will apply to Dunkin Donuts. In Dunkin Donuts and in Baskin-Robbins, it will happen much quicker, because we know what the South African market want in terms of, you know, the QSR business from a franchise point of view. So
do we expect more inward opportunities of international brands this year, or do you need to take a bit of time to
settle? No, you know, Bruce, when things come across my desk, and a lot of them come across my desk now, I must be very careful that we don't flood the South African market with just anything. Everybody now wants to create a product and sell it onto you for a big buck. I go for the best. Baskin-Robbins has got, I don't know, I have to look at these numbers here.
Unfortunately, we're out of time to look at the numbers.
I mean, can I just say that Baskin-Robbins is the biggest in the world. Dunkin Donuts is one of the biggest in the world. And that's what we look for. We want to give the South African market the best. So if one of those other brands come along that's the best, we will look at it. And it doesn't have to be burgers or donuts or anything. If it's in the food and beverage market, we will definitely look at it. We're busy with one very big idea, a very big opportunity, but unfortunately, you can try as much as you want to, Bruce, you won't get it out of me.
If I had another minute, you'd be putty in my hands. Hassen Adams, the chairman of Grand Parade Investments, playing his cards close to his chest, because that's what he does in his spare time. Thank you for watching. There'll be more deals to cover and uncover in the not too distant future. Till now, thank you, Hassen Adams.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dunkin Donuts and Baskin-Robbins coming to South Africa. Until next time on The Money Makers, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.